Today I am colder. I do not know if it is resignation or if something inside me just switched off. She wrote to me again. She told me she is willing to go to therapy, that she wants to fix things, that she will never talk to him again, that she hates herself for what she did, and I do not know what to answer. Not because I want to go back, but because I do not even have the strength to argue. Me brother called me today. I did not answer. He left me a voicemail. He is crying. He says it was a mistake, that he feels like a son of a Gothai, that he loves me, that I am his brother, that he does not want to lose me. And I listen to that, and I feel nothing. Nothing. I just think, how do you move on after this? And I still do not know if that was all, because I have one more doubt that will not leave me alone, and it is about something I saw on her phone once. Something I did not understand at the time, and now I think I do. I have been keeping this to myself for a while. Now I do not know why I did not connect it before, or why I did not want to see it, but now it makes sense. It was about a month ago, maybe a little more. We were watching a movie on the couch. She left her phone face up on the table and got up to go to the bathroom. I got a notification. It was not that I was looking for it, I swear I was not. It just popped up. It was a message from someone saved as Andres Toller, and it said, "Did you like yesterday?" I stared at that for a few seconds. Then she came back, and I do not know why I played. Dummy said something like, "Hey, did someone from work write to you?" She looked, quickly opened it, and told me, "Oh, it is a coworker. He was asking me about a meeting." And she changed the subject. She did it so fast, so naturally, that I doubted myself. I thought maybe I was tripping, that it was a coincidence, but now, with all of this, I think differently. Did you like yesterday? Does not sound like work talkin'. Andres Toller never came up again. I never saw another notification from that name, and on top of that, I now realize Andreas is my brother's middle name, and Toller was an inside joke they had when they were kids, something about him always wanting to have a mechanic shop. Was it so obvious all along? So in my face? I wrote to her again. I asked her directly, "Did you save my brother with another name on your phone?" She took a while to answer. She typed, then she sent yes. Short, not an excuse, not an explanation, just that. My whole body trembled. I was filled with rage, despair. I had to go for a walk. I left my phone behind. I went aimlessly again. This time I did not drive. I walked through my neighborhood like a zombie. I passed by places where we were always together. The park where we walked on Sundays. Everything made me sick. When I returned, I had more messages from her all along, all blaming herself, apologizing, saying that she hated herself, that she does not know why she did it. That it was a kind of escape, stupid rebellion, that it did not mean anything. But how can it not mean anything if she had him saved with a fake name? How can it not mean anything if they saw each other more than once, if you lied to my face while we slept in the same bed? And the worst part, my brother. Why am I only now seeing it? Old pieces are starting to fall into place. Things that happened that I did not understand. Strange looks between them, uncomfortable comments, minimal things. But now I see everything differently. I do not know how. I did not see it before, or I did see it, and I did not want to believe it. It is easier to live in denial when you do not have the strength to face the truth. I am alone. Now truly alone. I do not want to see anyone. I do not want to talk to anyone. I do not feel like doing anything. I barely eat. What I am going to tell now is what made me say that. Is it? There is no turning back. Last night, I could not sleep. I stayed in bed with my phone in my hand, like an idiot, not knowing whether to read the messages she kept sending or block her forever. And at one point, without thinking much about it, I went into the photos on my phone. I do not know why. I guess I wanted to see if there was anything strange. I'm not proud of it, but I have no pride left in this. I started checking everything, even the deleted files, and there. They were not many. 3 photos in the deleted folder, one of them. Her in underwear. A selfie in the mirror of the bathroom in my house. The other 2 were screenshots, one of a chat. You could see part of a conversation. My brother sent her something like, "Are you alone now?" And she replied, "Yes, come over." The other was a picture he had sent her. It goes without saying what kind of picture it was. The worst part is that it was taken in his car. The same car I helped him buy, the one we traveled in 1,000 times together. I do not understand why they were in the trash. Maybe she deleted them in a hurry without realizing that they stay there for 30 days. Maybe she thought I would never check that. I did not open them more than once. I could not. I deleted them for real this time. But they were already engraved in my head. I felt such a rotten mix of things that I do not know how to explain it. Hate, shame, disgust, sadness, pain, physical, literal, my stomach churning, my hands shaking, and worst of all, a part of me was still looking for an explanation. A part of me still wanted to understand, wanted someone to tell me that this makes some sense, and it does not. She wrote to me again today. She asked to see me. She told me that if I do not want to go back, she understands, but she needs to apologize to me face to face. That she has things she did not tell me yet. That she prefers I hear it from her. More. What more could there be? I have not answered her yet. No. But I will go. Because I need to close this. Know everything, so that nothing is left hidden. I have already eaten enough to have to live with doubts on top of it, and my brother remained silent, not a word more since the last voicemail. But I found out from a cousin that he went away for a few days to a friend's place in another city to clear his head. Clear his head. I am here, unable to breathe. And he is going on a mini vacation. I am going to see her tomorrow, at a cafe. Public place. I do not want to be with her in a closed space again. I do not know what she is going to tell me, but I do not expect anything good anymore. And I am afraid there is one last betrayal that I have not seen yet. Today, I saw her at the cafe. I arrived early. I sat at a table in the back, near the window overlooking the street. I do not know why I chose that place. Maybe to feel like I could run away if something overwhelmed me. I was there for several minutes, just watching the cars go by, thinking about nothing, but with my head exploding when she walked in. For a second, my whole body trembled. It was her, yes, but she was not the same. She was pale. Her face drawn, no makeup, her hair tied up as if she had gathered it in a hurry before leaving. She did not have that sparkle I met her with. She sat across from me. We did not greet each other. We did not shake hands, nothing. We just looked at each other for a moment in silence. Then, without me saying anything, she sighed and started talking. "Thank you for coming," she said. Her voice was broken. It was not a kind phrase. It was a phrase from the depths, like someone who does not know if they will have another chance to speak. I did not answer her. I could not speak. I just looked at her, and then she started to pour it all out. She said she was destroyed, that since she left home she had not slept a single full night, that she could not eat, that every time she closed her eyes she saw my face, that what she did with my brother was unforgivable, and that she did not expect me to forgive her, but she needed to explain things to me, not to justify herself, but because she could not continue carrying it alone. Because according to her, if she did not tell me, she would go crazy. And then came the worst. She told me that one of the times she was with him, according to her the last time, was here, in the city, while I was at work. They went to a motel that is 15 minutes from my mother's house. That detail pierced me, because it was no longer just the betrayal. It was the closeness, the ordinariness of it all. I passed by that place 1,000 times. I never imagined that, in one of those rooms, my wife and my brother were sleeping together, that while I was going about my normal life, they were there, betraying me, without a single visible tremor. And it did not end there. She said that day, when they were getting dressed to leave, he told her that he was in love, that he could not take it anymore, that he wanted to leave everything for her, that they should go away together, that they should build a life, that he would make her happy. And the worst part was not that. The worst part was what came next. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "For a moment I thought about saying yes." She did not yell it at me. She was not crying. She was not justifying herself. She just said it, as if sticking a needle straight into my chest. And there I understood something. She not only cheated on me, she, even if only for a second, thought about leaving me for him. She thought about leaving everything we had built, for that. And that for me was worse than anything before. Then she told me that she did not do it, That when she left the place, she got in the car and started crying like never before. That she could not drive. That she stopped on a street for half an hour. That she felt disgusted with herself. That she deleted everything. That she blocked his number. That she thought about telling me but did not have the courage. I listened to all of that without saying a word. I felt like I was in a movie, but not the kind you enjoy. It was a nightmare. Long, gray, never-ending. Never-ending. Welcome to Cheat Sheet Tales, where secrets slip, lies unravel, and the truth always has a twist. Real stories, raw confessions, shocking betrayals. Drop a comment if you've ever caught a red flag too late. Now, let's get into today's tale. My brother kissed my wife and slept with her multiple times behind my back. When caught, he denied everything and called it a mere mistake. 2 weeks ago, my brother showed up at my house unannounced. It is not unusual for him to do that because he has always been like that, impulsive, inconsiderate, the kind of person who arrives and thinks they have the right to open the fridge as if they live there. I was at work, my wife, supposedly at home. He came just to get some tools that he had left months before, but that is what he said. What I came to find out is that he stayed for about 3 hours, and not just looking for tools. When I arrived that night, I noticed something strange. She was quiet. It was not the normal kind of quiet, like, I had a hard day. It was different. There was tension in the air. I asked her if she was okay. She said yes. I pretended to believe her, but I could not sleep. I kept thinking all night. Something did not add up. The next morning, I asked her again, this time more seriously. She looked at me. She broke. She did not cry or anything dramatic like that. She just looked down and told me that something happened with my brother. And there, I felt something break inside me. I imagined 1,000 things. The first thing I thought was that he had said something out of place, that he had crossed a line with some comment, that he had tried to kiss her. I do not know. She told me that she did not know how to tell me, but that she did not want me to find out from someone else, or for him to deny it if I confronted him. Then she told me that they kissed, that he kissed her, that she did not stop him immediately, that afterwards she felt guilty, that she does not know what happened to her. And there, my mind exploded. I was quiet for a long time. I told her I needed to go for a drive. I got in the car and drove aimlessly for over an hour. I do not even know where I went. I do not remember passing traffic lights. I just needed to be away from everything. From her, from my house, from my brother, from myself. The worst part is that it did not surprise me completely. My brother was always a charismatic, like the one who gets along with everyone at any gathering, the one who always has a funny story, the one who flirts with other people's girlfriends as a joke, but you think there are lines that are not crossed. That a wife does not play that game. I was wrong. And here I am, writing this without knowing what the PU is to do. I do not know if I want to break everything off. With her, with him, with both of them. I just know that it hurts like hell. I did not sleep in the bed that night. I slept on the couch. She did not insist. I guess she knows that if she says anything now, she can make it worse. Or maybe everything is already ruined. And no, nothing more than a kiss happened. According to her, it was just a kiss. She told me as if that made it less of a betrayal. As if kissing your sister-in-law was something you can let go with a, I will not do it again. I called him, confronted him. I told him I knew. He did not deny anything. He just said it was a mistake, as if he had crashed the car, as if he had forgotten to turn off the oven. Mistake. I hung up. I did not want to hear anymore, but now I do not know what to do. Do I let him back into my life? As if nothing happened. Do I tell my family? Do I leave her too? Or do I try to save the marriage? And what if there is more that she did not tell me? I need to write this, because I am afraid that if I do not, I will end up saying things I do not want to say, or doing something I do not want to do, because I feel a rage that I do not know where it comes from. But it will not let me think. I cannot take it. 2 days passed since she confessed to kissing my brother, and I could not get it out of my head. I kept thinking about it all the time. How it happened. When. We're in the house. I imagined scenes and it made me sick. I could not eat. I could not sleep. And that is when he wrote to me. He appeared with a message, as if nothing happened. I ignored him. Then he sent another. We need to talk. Is there anything else you need to know? I froze. I read it several times. Anything else? What the... could be worse than what I already knew? I replied, say it here. He replied that he preferred to talk in person. I told him no, that he was no longer welcome in my house, that if he had something to say, he should say it by message. Period. Sorry. He took his time. Then it came. It was not just a kiss, just like that. Dry. Blunt. I did not know whether to scream or smash my phone. I asked him what else happened. He replied that he did not want to tell me like this, but that if I was demanding it, he would say it. He said they saw each other more than once, that they kissed more than once, that she looked for him after the first kiss, that she felt confused, that she said the marriage was cold, that they slept together, that it happened more than once. 3 times according to him. Everything went blurry. I got so angry, I do not even know how to describe it. I got up from the chair, walked all over the house. I felt my body vibrating. I was shaking. I could not believe what I was reading, and the worst part was that he tried to blame her. She looked for me. She wrote to me. She sent me messages, as if that made him less of a son of a bow, as if I did not know that he was always a charmer, always crossing lines, always playing with fire. But you never expect that fire to be thrown inside your own house. I went straight to her, showed her the conversation. She did not say anything at first. She read it, and then looked down, and she confirmed everything, that yes, it was more than once, that she did not know how to stop it, that she felt alone, that she felt ignored, that he made her feel alive. I almost threw up. I told her to leave, to grab her things and leave. I did not yell. I did not insult her. I just did not want to see her anymore. She grabbed a backpack with the basics and left. She said she was going to stay at her sister's house. I did not ask anything else. From that moment on, I did not go back into the bedroom. I slept on the couch. I do not have the strength for anything. I do not want to talk to anyone. I do not want to explain anything. The worst part is that now everything makes me doubt. Everything. Every time she left alone. Every time he came to visit and said, I was just passing by. Every message I did not see, every silence, and there is still something else. Because before ending the conversation, he threw one last sentence at me. You should ask her about that night you went on a trip. I did not understand at first, but then it hit me. I could not take it. I had to know what happened that night. I wrote to her. I did not want to call her. I did not want to hear her voice. I just wanted her to tell the truth. Like that. Written. Straight up. I sent her. My brother told me to ask you about the night I traveled. I want the truth. All of it. Almost 2 hours passed without a response. 2 hours. That I spent looking at my phone every 30 seconds. I bit my nails. I drank 2 coffees. I got up 1,000 times to walk aimlessly around the house. I was about to write to her again when the message arrived. It was long. She told me that she was alone that night, that she felt bad about what had already happened between them, that she thought about talking to me when I returned, but she did not have the strength, and that he showed up, that he was supposedly going to return a book, that she did not expect him, that it was quick, that it was not in their plans, that that night was the last time something happened. She did not use the word sex, but it was not necessary, I understood. That is when everything really broke, because until that moment there was still a part of me that wanted to believe that maybe it was not so serious, that it was a confusion, a stupid mistake, something I could forgive over time, but no, It was a complete betrayal, a sustained lie, and on top of that with my own brother. That night I got drunk. I do not usually do it, but I needed it not to forget, because that was not going to happen, but to sleep, to turn off my Mindy. Drank what I had in the house, and when I woke up the bed was still empty, the house too, and I felt such a huge void that I do not know how to describe it without sounding exaggerated. I thought about my family, I thought about my mom, about how she would take it, how proud she was of our marriage. I thought about Christmas, about gatherings, about what will happen when they find out, because they will find out I am not going to carry this alone. I thought about my brother, about all the times I defended him, about how I protected him from things that not even my family knows since he got into trouble with the police for being drunk. And I called a friend so they would not arrest him. I always covered for him. I always treated him like blood. And he did this to me. And he did this to me. She apologized. She told me that she does not expect me to forgive her. That she just wants me to know that it is over. That she never saw him again. That she is not interested. That she hates him for breaking this. That she hates herself even more for having been a part of it. And the only thing I thought was, I do not hate you for sleeping with him. I hate you for doubting between him and me. When she finished talking, I was still silent. I got up, told her I needed time. She nodded. She did not hug me. She did not try to touch me. She just sat there, looking at the table, as if she knew. That was the closest she was going to be to me again. I left the cafe, walking aimlessly, as always lately. I do not know what will happen now. I just know that nothing will ever be the same again. And when I thought I could not see anything worse, I came home and had a letter in the mailbox. It was from him. Yes, from my brother. The letter was there, folded in two, no envelope, with my name handwritten on the outside. I recognized his handwriting instantly. He did not even take it out properly. It was poorly sealed, roughly folded, like everything he does, impulsive, messy, without thinking about the consequences. I grabbed it angrily, but also with a kind of morbid curiosity. Part of me did not want to read it. Another part needed to. I sat in the kitchen and opened it. It was short, written on notebook paper, in hurried handwriting. It began like this. I do not know if you are going to read this, but I cannot remain silent. Not after everything. I know. I do not even know how I came to do what I did. I have no excuses, and I know you hate me. I understand you. I hate myself too. So far, it seemed like what I expected, an attempt at an apology. But then the tone began to change. It went somewhere else. What happened with her was not planned. It is not like I woke up one day and said, I am going to betray my brother. It was something that grew, and I am not trying to justify anything, but I want you to know that it was not just sex. I truly fell in love. That is when I laughed, but not a good laugh, a bitter laugh, almost like a spasm. Was he really telling me that after ruining my life, he had the balls to tell me that he truly fell in love? He continued. I know that does not change anything, but I needed to say it. What we did was wrong, horrible. But it was not just desire. It was not a game. I loved her. Even though it sounded crazy, that destroyed me, because the betrayal was not only physical, it was emotional. They took something from me that I do not know if I will ever be able to recover. They both took it from me without anesthesia, while I was working my ass off trying to hold everything together. They were building something else behind my back, and now they tell me that it was real. At the end of the letter, he wrote something that still has me reeling. If you ever have a daughter, I want you to know that I will not be around. I do not deserve that. I do not deserve to be a part of your life. I just wanted to tell you that despite everything, I love you, and there is not a day that I do not regret it. That last line, me up. Because a year ago, right around this time, we had started trying for a baby. I never told anyone, not even my mom. We wanted to wait. We tried for months. It never worked. And now I think, was she thinking about him too at that time? While we were trying to bring a life into the world, was the other thing already happening? I wanted to break everything. Burn that letter. Go to wherever he is and yell everything in his face. But I did not. I kept it. I do not know why. Maybe so as not to forget, to remind myself who he is, what he did. After reading it, I sat on the kitchen floor. Literally. I did not have the strength to go up to the bedroom. I stayed there, with my back against the refrigerator, in silence. I fell asleep for a while. Or passed out. I do not know. I lost track of time. Today I woke up and felt something different. Not relief, not forgiveness, but a kind of emptiness that gives me space to move, as if I no longer expected any more explanations. As if everything had already been said. But there is still a decision I have not made, and I have to make it tomorrow. Today, I made the decision. It was not easy, but I could not go on like this anymore. I did not want to continue being the guy who stays paralyzed while everyone around him does whatever they want with their lives. As if it were nothing, I got up early. I did not sleep well, but it did not matter. Today, I had to end this. I went to my mother's house. She did not know anything. She just knew that I was acting strange, that I was not talking to my brother, that something had happened. But I had not told her what. She welcomed me with that affection that kills me, because she does not deserve it. I deserve peace, but I could no longer protect her from the mess. We sat at the table, she poured me coffee, and I, with a firm but broken voice, told her everything from the beginning, without softening anything. I told her that my brother slept with my wife, that it was more than once, that they hid it from me for weeks, that they lied to my face, that she left home, that he wrote me a letter confessing that he had fallen in love with her. My mom was speechless, in shock. The cup trembled in her hand. I had never seen her like that. After a while, she started to cry. She apologized, as if it was her fault. She told me that she did not know how they had reached that point, that she would never have imagined that. From him, much less with my wife. I did not cry. I just hugged her. I told her that it was not her fault, that she did not need to defend anyone, that I had already made a decision. She asked me what it was. I told her that from now on, for me, he does not exist, and that is what I am going to do. I do not know if it is the right thing to do. I do not know if one day I will regret it, but right now I cannot have him in my life, not after what he did, not after seeing how he destroyed my trust, my home, my desire to start a family. There are things that cannot be forgiven, and this is one of them. Then I went to see her. I brought her a bag with her things. Not much, just what was really hers. She can keep the rest. I do not want anything that reminds me of her. We met at the door. She tried to talk, but I told her it was not necessary, that everything had already been said, that I do not hate her, but I do not want her near me either, that there is no turning back, that I hope she finds help, that she understands herself, that she rebuilds herself, if she can, but not with me. And I left. I came home, and for the first time in weeks, I did not feel that anxiety in my chest. I am not okay. I am not happy. But I am more grounded, as if I finally have my feet on the ground. I threw away the mattress. I threw away the sheets. I threw away everything we shared. I want to start over from scratch. My brother sent me one last message this afternoon. I know you will not forgive me, but I hope you find peace someday. I did not answer. I will not answer. I do not want his peace. I want my own. This is not a story with a happy ending. There are no lessons, no inspiring phrases, no redemption. It is just what happened to me. And if anyone is reading this, I do not expect you to understand. I expect you